Reality of Crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? I am early. That was total and accidental timing. I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and it's 3:26 here in California. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. You guys do me a favor, hit that like button on your way in. If you head out, do me a favor and hit that like button on your way out. Right, you guys, we got to get this case going. I came on earlier for a while because I wanted to let everybody know what was going down as we lead up to the trial. Now, today we're talking about Madeline Soto was not protected in life. Will Jenn be a witness by choice? And we're still talking about Madeline Soto in general and Stephan Sterns, the trial coming. What's happening? I wanted to also play the Thomas Karras audio, but I don't have that right in front of me. So I'm gonna kind of wing it right now and say hello to everybody. Maybe I can show you guys run that quickly, the article about Stephan trying to not get the death penalty, and I'll say hello to everybody. I also wanted to kind of talk about a little bit more about the depositions and well, how's everybody doing today since we're early? Yeah, way to hit that like button. We have 97 people here. Very unexpected. I had 300 people in chat earlier, and I wasn't even going to come on. I just kind of wanted to. Yeah, I'm wearing white right now because I took my sweatshirt off. I was getting hot. It's my white undershirt. So hello everybody. Good to see people that are new here. Good to see people that have been here. Oh man, I gotta love you guys. Gotta love you guys. What's going down? Hello, Kiwi thinks. I love the people in chat. It's happy birthday to Gumby or LJ. Happy birthday, LJ, my friend Gumby. My dear friend Gumby. You know, today we're also talking about what we're talking about is Madeline Soto and her not being protected. And I got new boots on the ground video, and I wanted to go over some of the pictures of not only the locks, but the ladies are working really, really hard on getting a bench and not having to ask for money, maybe being donated. So I have some pictures of new things, new locks. I wanted to show you the house where we believe Stephan got the flat, and not just on my phone, and then a drive out to Gator. I know it's Lizzie Lake and Gator Lake, we're gonna say. The lakes in between, they go like this. One goes this way and you're gonna go to Lizzie, the other one goes off that way and you're gonna go to Gator. And the house that Stephan Sterns was speculated to have driven to looking to get rid of Madeline's little body, there were piles, like dump piles of things, and that's where he possibly got the flat tire, you guys. That's where the police were looking, and that's a huge possibility because of all the things back there. Now, Roy, what's up? California love. We might be going through a lot but we're fighters in California. Well, hello, Roy. Welcome. California love all the way. Born and raised, baby. Born and raised. And you're very welcome, LJ Gumby. Happy, dearest birthday. I hope you have a good birthday, a wonderful birthday, a lovely birthday on a Monday. Yeah, of course, yeah, absolutely. Mental health matters. Absolutely. I love taking the weekends off because everything kind of stacks up on the weekends and people can't wait until Monday to hear all the things. And I always get tons of emails from the crime crew, the advocates, the boots on the ground folks, and it sits and sits and sits. And then Monday it's ready to explode out to you guys. So, and mental health is a huge thing. And instead of me just at every single email I get going and going live at every single email and say, this song, I got this. And did you know that? Can't do that. Not only is it not good for anybody, especially not my mental health, but it's just better to breathe and then bring things out when they can be right. Now if they ever bring me into it, if any channel ever wants to sponsor me or bring me on, like Annie Elise, I noticed is when I go to watch Law and Crime and I click on a story, all of a sudden Annie Elise comes up and she's telling the Law and Crime story for them. So if Law and Crime or Court TV or any of the local stations want to bring Jay Scott on and have me do that, I'd be happy to go. Boots on the ground, breaking news, day, night, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. But since it's on my schedule, we're usually Monday through Friday. And Jamie's, Casey, everyone just finished watching another show. Perfect timing. Yes, perfect timing. Let me. I'm just gonna pull up this article. I don't know if everybody was here, but I want to show this real quick at the beginning of this show. And I'm glad that I had the other. And there you go. Look at that. Ice. I can't even grab it right now either. It's Ice Baby. Okay. Can't do that. Sorry, Mr. Boss Man. All right, let me pull this up and let you guys just take a meander your way and take a look at that, because I also wanted to pull a video up too. And I've got a lot today, and hopefully I can get the Thomas Kara stuff. I don't think Bree was on there. I don't think Bree realized I was going on at 3 either. And she's the one that has the Thomas. She can point me quickly. Ashton Lisa's 10 to Life channel was one of my OGs. Yes, 10 to Life was one of my favorites. And now that I do it, I love Annie Elise. I love how she presents, but I'm a visual person. So when she's talking and telling the story, I'm like, girl, I want to see who you're talking about. What? Where? Let me show me the house. Show me the people. I want to see the interview. So love Annie Elise, but I'm also like more into the news formats where I can see the people. All right. And Kimberly Johnson, there's a lot of people that have grandma channels now. Granny this and Granny. There's a new Granny talking about the Sebastian case. I mean, great idea, Kimberly. Great idea. You're welcome, Agumbi/LJ. Very welcome. All right, so I'm gonna put this up real quick, big for you. Take a look at it and look at the headline. Even though some people that were on earlier, Stephan Sterns argues potential death sentence is unconstitutional. Which right now we're talking about the red rum case, right? Because the CSAM case is happening. It's supposed to happen this month. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest with you. Um, I think it is this month, February. What? That was the last text I told Brie. I said, "What day is it on February?" All right, so look at that while I distract you from myself, because I decided to hop on early instead of pushing you out to 4. I just walked in the house, you guys. I literally just walked in the house. Walked in the house and I get a call from the lovely JoJo, the queen of links, and says, "Jay, where are you? People are waiting for you." And I'm like, "What?" So, that being said, oh yeah, okay. So this was some of the things. I wanted to get into, and I was going to do this anyway today, which is all good. I'll download it now. And guess what, guys? I just got the fastest internet you can get in my area. So right when I walked in the house, you guys, I reset my router, and Comcast is my provider. They said, Jay, you can't go any faster than that unless you want to get on a jet plane and fly with your people. And then there's not even. All right. Okay, so now not talking about the trial. There are two comings up. This one says September 25th, 2025 is the red rum, which you can see on there, the death case of Madeline. And now August 19th, are you talking about CSAM? Because I know that there's something coming up this month. So I'll just wait until they can tell me. Yeah, Carly messaged me too and said, "Hey babe, it's okay. Don't worry about it." Carly's the one that always calms me down. It's like, "Hey, don't worry about it. It's all good." So happy Monday. Stephanie Goodman says happy Tuesday, but I don't think it's Tuesday. All right. So Bree said, "Okay, here we go, guys. I was correct. Listen up, folks. It's not Tuesday here, it's Monday. All right. Now, no, it's not. It's not Monday. Jury trial for the CSAM abuse is February 24th, 2025. So we have 21 days. Let's mark our calendars. Okay, please mark your calendars for February 24th, 2025 for the CSAM, which I'm almost going to bet you my car keys that they're going to change that because they don't want all the limines and all the motions to be taken out, because all the stipulations that the defense has put in this court TV hearing is based on Stephan not having any prior convictions. Okay, so February 24th for the CSAM. And now, even though Bree says here the premeditated red rum charges September 22nd, it says September 25th in this document. Now, Bree, I know you can hear me now, so I need the Thomas Karras audio. It's not in the document. So, but we're going to do something else. I had other things planned for the day, so not to worry. Felipe Rea, my guy. And you know, Raiders used to be the team that I represented when I grew up in LA. Thank you, Felipe. And I assume you're a Leo for the 9.99. I appreciate that. And it helps out so greatly, especially with the fastest internet that I can get. And Rosie, you did that earlier. You started the choo-choo train. So Felipe, thank you. And also my Leo guy. So, you know, they're pre-trial hearings, but they're not saying pre-trial hearings. They're talking about jury selection, and, you know, they're getting this all amped up. Of course, it's going to be pre-trial, or it's not going to be jury yet. And it's probably not even going to be pre-trial hearings. It's going to be some hearing that pushes it out, is what it's going to be. Oh my goodness, Sheila Foss, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. You're amazing. I'm going to meander my way over and say, thank you, girl. And I didn't forget Janet, because choo choo, get that party started. Edith, I just wrote you back. Thank you for the Guilty of Crime membership. I want to know you're greatly appreciated on this channel, and I hope you call in at some point, because call-ins are going to be a big deal soon on this channel, especially the last call-in session, you guys. With the last call-in session, no, Jennifer Collins got unsubscribed. Don't unsubscribe, please. All right. And Jojo, thank you so much for gifting the one Guilty of Crime membership. Ashton Lee, one of my favorite people on this planet. Holy shite. I didn't know how I missed her. Thank you. All right. I don't know what you guys missed yet, but I'm early today, so I'm all out of sorts. Except I know that I love this channel, and I sent out all the emails, guys, to all the big channels and asked for their help. I sent it to Plunder directly, Duty Ron, Grizzly. I sent it to small channels too, like allegedly speculating. I didn't have Grish's email, but I sent it to all the big channels. Okay. So we're asking everybody for their help. Now I'm going to read this real quick. All right. Stephan Sterns argues potential death sentence. Stephan is doing all he can to prevent a potential death sentence in his attorney filed motion for this week. And that's all the documents and all the things I was reading last week that somebody said, Jay, get to the point. Shut your mouth and get to the point. This is my point. Prosecutors are seeking a death sentence for Sterns in the trial of Madeline Soto for taking her life. His ex-girlfriend, on and off again, girlfriend's daughter. Stearns is facing dozens of charges, and also for the CSAM. So we talked about that February 24th, 2025, 1,500 photos and videos, but we know they're more than that. There are two cases being tried separately. One scheduled for February 24th, 2025 and September 22nd, even though they say 25th. Sterns attorneys in the murder case filed 3 separate motions last week, like I talked about, seeking to have the death penalty disqualified as a potential punishment, arguing it's unconstitutional. All 3 motions agree the different aspects. And I showed you they cited a bunch of cases, aspects of 1996 Florida statute that outline aggregating factors and are overly vague and subject to be applied in arbitrary and inconsistent manner. They're also banking that he doesn't get the trial or anything doesn't start for the CSAM, because all that has to get a lot of it has to get kicked out. So he's what I say to you guys, I didn't start it. Stephan Sterns says I didn't start it. I'm going to say not only is he going to use all of these Florida statutes and sightings, but he's going to throw Jenn Soto in the mix at trial. He's going to wait because he does not want her attorney, you guys. He doesn't want her attorney to have ammunition to fire back and say, no, no, no. He doesn't want that. So that's why he told his parents he's going to wait to speak until trial. And that doesn't mean he's going to speak. It means that his attorneys are going to speak for him. Now, amongst the aggravating factors for the prosecutors, they're expecting to introduce Madeline's age. Okay. Now, Stern's relationship with her, which was abuse, as an authority figure and alleged SA, which would serve as a prior conviction if Sterns is found guilty on charges ahead of the murder trial, guys. So that's why they don't want that to happen. Now, one of the motions notes that there's nothing to prevent a conviction from being applied as an aggravating factor, even if the conviction arrives from same criminal episode at a capital felony. And even if the capital and other charges are tried together, which we know they're not. So they're not going to do jack crap about the February 24th. They're going to push that out as much as they can, because he can say Jenn was involved, but that's not going to get him out of anything. And they're not charging him for the death penalty in the CSAM cases. Now, his team, if you guys were confused last week when I read all that legal jargon and the motion in limine in the murder case asking for all victim impact evidence to be offered outside the jury's presence. The motion asks that the judge determine not only whether the evidence appropriate under the statute, but the witnesses themselves may not be emotionally capable of maintaining appropriate decorum before the jury. And that's because, guys, they've got a lot of people that are there, and it's an awful case. There's minors, there's teachers, there's neighbors, there's older folks, and the I'm telling you guys, the pictures are going to be brutal. Okay. So prosecutors in the SA charges have not filed an intent to seek the death penalty. Okay. So he's got one case that's the death penalty, and the other one they're not even pursuing or talking about it. No date has been set yet. It says for the motion Sterns, and it says his murder trial is scheduled on September 25th. 2025. So I don't know why they keep changing that. We can get all into that. I'm going to get out of here since I already did that earlier, guys. Okay. Let me check on you guys and then we'll get to the next thing. I got that out as fast as I could. Now you guys understand. All right. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. I see a lot of people saying hello. And if you guys missed it earlier, that's basically what you missed. I'm looking down here because Wes is having a bad stomach ache time, guys. Like, make you laugh if you want. And dang, poor guy. All right, he's looking for a deal. Yes, he's looking for, well, not only is he looking for a deal, he's just straight up looking, if they're not going to give him a deal, he's looking for not the death penalty at this point. So that's what he's looking for at this point. Those pictures are going to be horrific. Not only the pictures in the red rum trial, guys, but the pictures in the CSAM, the videos. And again, those are two separate cases. Indy Isham, thank you so much for the 199. You guys hit the like button. Thank you. Oh, Wes, poor Wes. It's been bad this weekend, you guys. Oh, it's just coming out. And I hope he doesn't do that in my office right now, but I'll have to clean it. But it just, I don't even know what to do. I can't do anything because if I don't let him in my office, then he'll yell at the door. So you can give dogs a little bit of Pepto, and we have, but he's still miserable. He must have got into some. Okay, but that's all we're here for. Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of while I'm getting my files and stuff. We'll start with that. I'm gonna start with my files and then we'll play some video stuff. Um, because I don't have the Thomas Karras audio. I can't find it right this second. I know I have it, and I know I have lots of files because we did not get to go over the depositions, you guys. Now, last week I told you that Meredith Caskell, who's in the crime lab, is taking depos for the defense. And we have information on that. She's the touch DNA, Madison Brady, the school counselor. And then we've got Brett Italo, who filed an incident report. And we have that here. That's, but for some reason, Orange County affidavit, I got Deputy Kenneth Lee, Barbara Belmore. That's the Canadian neighbor of Jenn Soto. What else? Gerard Belmore, her husband, Mara Lee, which is a woman that worked at Disney and dated Stephan, James Carpenter, who is case supplemental terms on the owner. Oh, the son of the owner of Hickory Tree Road that had a video of Stern's car. But Thomas Karras, I have Thomas Karras right here. He's the one that's the hero, saw Maddie or saw Stephan the day that he dumped Maddie's body and called in and called in and called in. But for some reason, I don't have a link. Oh, I do have a link to the audio file. There you go. All right. Well, then we should get into that after I show you. You guys want to see that ride down to the Gator place? I did find it. It's just I was running late and I started off like, wait, where the heck is my head? And fast internet. And guys, I love you guys all, but look at my hair. I tried to get a haircut again today. It's almost all white, guys. I couldn't get a haircut today. I couldn't get it's long on top, but I need a haircut already. How is that possible? It was not even 10 days ago. All right. Love you guys. I just wanted to complain for a second while I pull my files up and share them. All right. I'm going to show you guys some things and then I'm going to play the video um, of the Boots lady, the Boots that went and took the Boots drive for me. All right, let's get to it. I want to share these pictures with you because she was so nice to get them. Now, this is creepy, in my opinion. Alexa's telling me it's time, guys. Look at that. That's a bit creepy. All right, so there's gators somewhere in there, and those two split it. Does anybody know? Are there anybody? I just want to take all top of the ponytail and a big old white bow. No, you do not. No, you do not. It takes me 300 years to grow my hair 2 inches. It takes me 30 days to grow 2 inches, all right? And Jennifer, I'm glad you resubscribed. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so that place is creepy to me. And that's where I believe that Stephan was trying. That's somewhere along the time that I think Stephan was trying to, somewhere he was trying to make it. So I'm going to take Boots information and kind of talk about that. because I was running. All right, let me tell Alexa to be quiet. Now that was my timer for you guys to get ready to get on here, but yeah. What's up, Psychic? How you doing, Psychic Amelia? All right. Now, Boots says, Happy Sunday. I rode around and took 2 videos along with a few pictures by the lakes and from the abandoned house. And now remember, the abandoned house is where where the police speculate that Stephan Sterns, that is not pictured, that is not mirrored. That is how it looks. Ashton, that is how it looks. So police speculated that Stephan was going to the abandoned house. That was supposed to be the place that he was looking around to maybe put Maddie's body, and that's how he got a flat tire. Now, the abandoned house was 5.6 miles. Okay, 5.6 miles from where he was going. I also got in touch with someone that works with the. Okay, now this is about the St. Cloud, her and David. David is getting the info on the bench. Now, they're doing the bench now. So that is where we think he may have been headed. I believe there's gators out there. Absolutely not mirrored. Jojo, thank you so much for gifting the one guilty of crime membership. So our boots on the ground took a ride. I have 2 videos showing you what the heck's going on and that abandoned house, and then some more of the locks, of course. So let's see. She was having a little bit of trouble emailing them. We're not going to talk about the bench just yet. All right. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Can you imagine if Maddie would have made it out there? Maddie's body would have made it out there. We probably would have not seen her again, folks. All right. So there's the trip from that abandoned house that I'm going to show you. She even gave us, see how much detailed? 5.6 miles, indeed. And then there's some of the locks you showing. They're starting to get icky. People are writing in they're writing in pen, so it's got to be like it's got to be a paint marker or something, or it's going to do that. But it still says Maddie out there. They're getting pretty bad. I wish we could do something more. Still some of the locks and trinkets out there that have stayed. Rest now, sweet girl, with love from California. And I hope you guys can see that. All right. Now, where is I'm going to pull this down because I wanted to show you the abandoned house. Let's see if I can pull that up. All right, let's go back here. How you guys doing today? All right, you saw that. I'm going to pull that one down and I'm going to show you the abandoned house so that I can show you the drive. Now, some are engraved, but some people just don't have the money to get them engraved. And like I said, if you guys can afford just to go to the dollar store, and that I don't mean just go to the dollar store, get 5 locks, mail them, and use a paint marker. The ones that are engraved are going to stay better, but we don't all have money to, do all this when it could be $18 to $20 a lock. All right. And I appreciate that, Bonnie Blue. Thank you so much. Yes, heartbreaking. That's what's starting to happen. But I'm going to show you now where Stephan, we think he was going, and then I'm going to show you the drive from 5.6 miles to that gator spot, the one that you thought was mirrored. And indeed, it is not mirrored, you guys. It is not mirrored. Again, we're talking about today Madeline Soto not protecting life. Will Jenn be a witness by choice? And then I want to get into the Thomas Karras thing. We'll see. Let's see how much time since I came on early, ladies, people. Right now, this is creepy. That's creepy AF. Now, the police did speculate here. It came from the police's mouths. 3120 Hickory Tree Road. There was a dump pile out there. There's this abandoned house that's over there towards where Stephan got a flat tire and where he was headed and all that fun stuff. I got to make sure you can see this. That they saw tire marks, right? They saw tire marks, and there's nothing out of that abandoned house. Very, very, very creepy. That's probably where he got the flat tire. Now, me get back to that so I can show you. I can pull this down and make it a little bit bigger because what happened was you can see it this way and this way. He was driving down. They saw track marks and they saw the dump stuff. Dump site had nails and things in it. It's not there in this picture, but this house is abandoned. No one would be there. There's neighbors a little bit off to one of the sides. And it was during the day. So they think that he went through here, turned around. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Just I want you guys to see this. He went down there, turned around, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I had a 3-hour live on Friday. So this is where the cops saw the pile with the nails and possible prints. And this might come up in court. This may be this didn't come from me. This came from one of our boots on the ground folks. Okay, so it was godsend in my opinion as well. And everybody, thank you guys so far that's gotten a membership, gifted a membership, super chat, super sticker. Thank you guys. All. Thank God for that flat tire. And we think that's where that flat tire came from, was that abandoned house on the Hickory Tree Road address. Now I'm going to show you the drive that he went on. So if Stephan drove down into this pile, into a pile that was there, which they think he did, he turned around. There were neighbors, even though the house was abandoned, and he decided, I'm getting the heck out of here. I am not going to go here because there are people over here. I'm going to get out of here, turn around, got a flat tire. And that's why his flat tire was so very shredded, because he had to get back on the road and go find a place where Jenn Soto only knew about. That's another thing too. We know that car was not maintained well, amped up electronics. He didn't maintain anything well, not his hygiene. The only thing he maintained well were his pictures and his obsession with children and Madeline Soto. Okay. So trigger warning. Again, this is creepy. We're going to take a ride. I'm going to show you guys from there what happened, what the police think happened. This is not just me speculating. It was shredded. We saw a picture of it. It was very, 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 very shredded from probably a pile. And you guys will see that. Again, you'll see this. These things are going to come up in court. Okay, 3120. This is all Hickory Tree Road. All right, let me get back to it. Now I want to find you guys the video that I just got that came from yesterday. And then I have other stuff to show you. I always have stuff to show you when it comes to beautiful Madeline Soto and getting the justice that we know she deserves. Right. So I'm going to start with, I have 2 videos. I'm going to start with this video because it's 2 minutes and I think I can get away with the 2-minute one and see what happens. All right, let's get to it. And this is exclusive. I didn't put anything on this today. I've been pushing this out. Debbie, you don't have it ever. There's no dumb questions. Did you ask Debbie Elric? You didn't ask a dumb question. I hope I didn't sound that way. I hope you guys know I just got off of work. I woke up early this morning, Monday, got off of work, came home, and I scheduled my live late. So I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But bump. So if anybody don't think that I'm saying, hopefully you don't think that I'm saying anything to anybody about anything that I think you might be doing wrong. I don't, no. All right, let me pull this up because I want to play it, but I also want to make sure that I can control it as well. Okay. All right, I'm going to press play. This is the drive. Let's watch it. It came from yesterday. Yes, Foxy, there are no stupid questions ever. All right, I'm going to hit play. See what happens. All right, we're taking a ride out. Our boots on the... Thank you. Oh. This is the first time I've got to watch it today. course. There it is, folks. All right. Now that is, I'm so glad that she stopped by there. And I do have another video after this to show you the next drive. That is very creepy, you guys. And I'm so glad she's showing that. So you guys know, yes, I didn't even have to do it. I didn't even have to do it. I saw 192, 192, 192. That's why we put 192, you guys. Because baby 192. I hope, can you guys hear the volume on it, by the way? She's talking. I'm not talking because she's talking, and sometimes I'm not sure because I'm still, I am definitely not computer savvy as you might think I am. He probably heard a big bang and drove on the tire. Yep, he did drive on it for a bit. That's why it was so shredded. You don't hear her? Okay. Okay, you don't hear her. All she was saying is she was going down to the house. So let me make sure, let me do something. I'll just talk over her then. That's interesting that you can't hear her. All right, hold on. It's on my that I've always had trouble with that media player, guys. That's the thing. When I play it from my Google Drive, it seems to work. Let me try it this way. Let's do it this way, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and germs, gentle germs. Let's do it like this. All right, we're gonna play. For some reason, I've never had luck with my, and this is the new computer. What's the dealio? All right. Google Drive. I'm gonna play it from here and you guys tell me if you can hear her talking.
This is Nolte and Hickory Tree. This would be the route that SS took.
It's a route
to
that's
get to
okay.
the Locks of Love, where he put Maddie.
All right, now you guys can hear it.
On both sides and businesses. Quite a bit of traffic for a Sunday.
Thank you guys. That like button.
These are subdivisions. And this is the abandoned house. This is how busy this area is. This is the abandoned house where the police first stopped.
There you go.
And searched the property where the berm of dirt is.
That's where they think he got his flat. That he
There's
got
a
a
house
flat.
right next door.
There it is.
This is the location they first searched. This is a neighbor right next to that property in a subdivision.
There you
There
go.
are homes on both sides.
All right. Oh yeah, she would have been found sooner. And he probably would have got he probably would have got caught, y'all. Had he done that. All right, now we got one more drive and then we'll get into it. I see people coming in and coming out. So let's go. All right, one more. This is boots on the ground. Now, okay, so quickly, and we've got more again. Madeline Soto, not protecting life. We know that. Will Jenn be a witness by choice? And then we're gonna also play a video that I had in mind. We're gonna play parts of it and talk about it. He got in the gated area because they work there and they left it unlocked that particular morning. They were bringing hay in and out. That's why. No, it was open. We had a whole conversation about that on Friday or whatever day that was. I think it was Friday. Now he just left it. A lot of times it's locked. Welcome. All right, now here's the next video. Got them. Both of these were taken yesterday, folks. And we're showing you the abandoned house where the police searched and they believe Stephan got something in his tire and ran the heck out of it. That's why it got so shredded as well. Again, this will be probably in the trial, all this kind of stuff, because that's the reports that were taken. All right, let's go. Another one at 149, and then we'll get to our next thing. Can you guys hear it? Yes, divine intervention.
This is the bridge that connects Lake Lizzie on this side. Beyond that wall, if you can see it, is Lake Lizzie.
Okay, that's important.
This is the canal that runs between Lake Lizzie and this is Alligator Lake. There's homes all around.
No.
This is 192.
There it is, guys. There it is.
So this is Lake Lizzie side, 192.
All right, that is what separates Lake Lizzie and Gator. What does she call it? Gator Creek, Gator Lake. That's it right there, guys. And this is like a thank you so much, Sneak. Good to see you, my girl. For me, that's a big wow moment because I did not know that. This is what separates the two. At the very beginning, I showed that picture with the two that looked like it was. That is where 192, where Stephan Sterns was headed. That is where he ultimately left Maddie's body. And the only reason he left Maddie's body, in my opinion, where he did is because he got a flat tire and there's no further he could have gone. Now, you say if he blew out the tire to private property, it's best to go on the road as fast as possible or else you get busted at the crime scene. But I can tell you that tire was already shredded. Well, he was driving it, so I'm not sure what you mean by already shredded. It was already crappy, but it wasn't he was driving it enough to drive into the abandoned house, enough to get back on the road and speed his ass off as fast as he could before the neighbors came outside. That's for sure. Jay, is that the bridge where they show the ugly stuff holding poor Maddie's going through the bridge? I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate on that. I'm just going to show this once and then we're going to keep going. This is what Jenn was talking about. And thank you, Michelle. He was hoping to get her where the alligators could get her, as per Jenn's suggestion in the video, in my opinion. Thankfully, someone intervened and he got a flat tire. That's exactly where we think he was going. And also the police officer. There's no way he would have dumped her 3 rows in right at the beginning, nothing in the hiding. And you remember, he didn't hide her. You know what he did? He threw like little sticks and things on top of her, branches and sticks. And I think when he threw the branches and sticks on top of her, it was after he went back to go see her that night, you guys. All right. Kiwi says, I always have to say, I thought that was a random drop. He never meant to put her there. There's another place. But yeah, no, that was totally. You're 110% right. And we're still on the same page. What I'm showing you is what happened by boots on the ground. This is the area. If you lived in this area, you would be able to see this. This is where it is. This is what Jenn was talking about when she talked about hiking. And this Lucky nailed it. 192, gators, choked, moved her body, done. That's how I like to show things. Now, if you're doing down a highway speed, you could lose control. You absolutely could. But the bottom line, what happened is what happened. And we saw the shredded Alligator Lake. Thank you. We saw what happened, and that's what happened. There's Alligator Lake and Lake Lizzie, and you're watching it right now. Okay, I'm going to finish playing that so we can get to the next segment, or we'll never be done with our episode. And you're welcome. I'm very excited to have got the video because most of us aren't from there. And Chatterbox talks a lot. I did get your email. I emailed you back. I will get back to you in more detail. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being a member and gifting the Guilty of Crime membership. Marcy, rest in peace. Maddie, and arrest Jenn Soto. You're absolutely right. If Stephan Sterns would have made it into that area, we would not have probably ever found her. It would be a Naziah Harris case, and I don't know if it would be. Well, it probably would be because they would have found the CSAM and assumed that, but it would have taken a lot longer. Thank you, Scary 420, which is AKA Synth for the 199 super sticker. She's got a new little thing in town, and Life Artist, hit it, hit that like button. All right, let's keep going. Man, I'm so grateful that I think the universe intervened. That's all I can say. Whatever the universe may be, I don't know, but all right, let me hit play. I almost want to watch that. I'm going to back it up for those of you just came in one more time so she can say what it is. Alligator Lake, Lake Lizzie. This is where Stephan was headed, and he didn't make it, in my opinion. Yes, ma'am.
This is the bridge that connects Lake Lizzie on this side. Beyond that wall, if you can see it, is Lake Lizzie. This is the canal that runs between Lake Lizzie and this is Alligator Lake. There's homes all around. This is 192. So this is Lake Lizzie side, 192. On this side is going to be the entrance of Alligator Lake. Very black water. Orange.
Creepy. Very creepy. Creepy AF, guys. Creepy AF. And I'll probably upload those videos just because I want to have them in my on file so I can go back later on my channel and be able to see these things. I can use them again on my channel when it comes up, when the case comes and the trials. Let me pull down that. You guys don't need to see the Guilty of Crime drive. All right. What I am going to do for a little bit, though, I wanted to talk about the 12 depositions. I wanted that and the assistant attorney gives new witnesses. We know about that, but I wanted to do a little bit of Paula today. That sounds like the song, a little bit of Paula in my life, a little bit of Rita by my side. What's that song called? Mambo number 5. Now I got Mambo number 5 in my head. A little bit of Kathy, a little bit of Jamie, a little bit of Krista. My face is blurry, huh? Sometimes the camera will go in and out. But remember, hold on. Let me do this. Okay, so listen up. I just I'm making you guys smile at least. Mambo number 5. Jay Bega. Foxy Amazon. We'll say it hi. What's up, bestie? Good to see you again. A little bit of Kimberly by my side. A little bit of Sweetie in my life. Kathy. Paula. All right. Veronica. We won't say Madeline except for rest in peace. Yeah, a little bit of Monica. Here I am. That's how it goes, baby. 333. Yes, there's 333 people in chat. Please do. Please say a prayer for Maddie and hit the like button. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Memories. LJ, it's your birthday. and I sang a song for you, a little bit of Everybody by My Side. And I listen up. I'm not singing that. He's playing too many women. No, stop singing that. It's abuse. No. Amped. I'm not trying to sing it as abuse, amped up. I was just being silly. We you know what other songs we sing? I was looking for my backpack, but then I got high. It's not, I'm not trying to be any offense to anyone. I'm just being silly and I'm not playing it. I was just a silly song. And I'm sorry if it's about abusing women. I didn't realize that. I didn't go back that far. So if it offends anybody, then it's my version. I'm not idolizing that guy by any means. I have no idea. So hey, Grandma Stacy, how you doing? Yeah, we don't know anything about that song. We don't know anything about that song, and that song has nothing to do with my channel. It's just us being silly. Now, if I'm freezing, Jojo, I just upgraded my internet, and they're doing work in the area. So I promise you, by next week at the latest, it will be real good. Okay, so happy birthday, LJ. All right, no apologies if anybody is offended. No offense. It was just I was being silly. All right. Hashtag I took my meds. All right. No, I just upgraded to the fastest internet I can possibly get, and I just reset my router. So, yeah, thank you, Lucky. I appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I was just never any disrespect to anyone. I let no one near my 3 daughters. I agree. I'm gonna hit play for a minute so we can listen to this, but I'm gonna even step that up further, Jory. I let no one near my son and my daughter ever. My son thanks me now, but he was so mad at me when he was, 17, 18. I didn't let him stay the night anywhere. I told him, well, he played football, and I said, you're going to be on the football team, you're going to fall asleep, and someone's going to, they write on your face, and they do silly pranks, and sometimes it's not silly. Step that up a notch. Never let your daughters or your sons around anyone, because predators know no bounds. Okay. All right, let's listen to this for a minute. She's throwing this. I wanted to talk about some of this in here, and well, I came on early today, so we have a little bit of time, and that got me a little bit of, I won't say it.
Eye to eye, but right after he either disposed of Maddie along that old Hickory Tree Road, or before he even took her body out of the trunk.
It had this scared face to him, like it was just, and like the eyes just more like a sadness.
Okay, guys, this is Thomas Karras, our hero. Thomas Karras is definitely on the witness list, but he's on the witness list for the defense. So the defense deposed him. The defense deposed him, and I wonder what they're going to ask him or say to him or what. Your boy has to watch out for cougars now. Well, my boy already has a woman, so he's good. He's got a new woman in his life that's living with him. He just got a job. He just got a woman with 2 cats. So my son, I don't worry about him like that anymore. He's a Scorpio. My son's a little freaky deaky Scorpio, and I'm a mama bear, and he tells me too much his whole life. He has 2 moms. So he's always given us TMI, and he's asked us questions about things that we have to help him with because there's no dad in the picture. But he's safe. But still, keep your children close, no matter if they're boys or girls. Let's listen to the hero, Thomas Karras, that saw Stephan Sterns' evil eyes on the side of the road as he was dumping Madeline Soto. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. I was a single mom. Yeah, daughters, no one was around them. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I'm saying, but I'm going to let you say that instead. He's a nasty ass Scorpio. All right? Scorpios, you guys are all pigs. All right. No disrespect. I'm a Leo. I know I have my faults.
His eyes,
This man describes Stephan's eyes, the eyes just more like a sadness to his eyes. And he's even going to say she might have been in that trunk as I passed. Let's talk about this man who's going to be number 8 out of 12 people on my list. These folks who the court says they are coming in either on Zoom or in person to give their depositions. And let's talk about the fact that the assistant state attorney has given new witness lists to Stephan Sterns down there in jail where he sits. Who knows what he's doing? Perhaps still peeling paint off the wall and making little balls out of the paint because he's bored. Or is he getting more legal paper from his attorney, like Stephan previously got yellow paper from his attorney, and he used that paper to write that poem titled Always. It was for Maddie. What's he doing now? He's got some witness lists to go over. Do you guys remember when Stephan Sterns made his first ever court appearance on Monday, October 14th, 2024? We were surprised he even showed up in court. And thank God for the Osceola Gazette. They were able to get that photo of.
And I'm sorry, I want to see him again because this was the first time he showed up, and I know he's nasty and disgusting. Hold on. They're not the transition. Okay. That just means we don't want to see him, but I do because he looks like he's doing terrible in there. And yes, thank you, Plunder. I put you in the description. Shout out kooky, lovely Paula. Gotta love the stuff she says. And yeah, Stephan Sterns is doing bad in there. I'm sure his mental health is declining. He just had some heat. Remember, he had some heat issue. I can't even remember the name of it right now. Yeah, I know. It's always like that, right? I'm so tired of being a single dad. All right. Yeah, we try not to offend anybody, but it doesn't matter. You can't please everybody all the time.
Surprised he even showed up in court. And thank God for the Osceola Gazette. They were able to get that photo of him they published. It was from far away. In that same article from the Osceola Gazette, they noted, quote, the state attorney has filed to seek the death penalty against Sterns, who remains in the Osceola County Jail. It appears that these wheels of justice are moving slowly. Assistant State Attorney Danielle Pinnell noted no depositions have been done or been scheduled. This was in October. Among the many witnesses in what are now separate cases. So we have the CSAM case, we have the capital murder case. No. She said the murder case has many more witnesses. So indeed, the murder case does have apparently a lot of witnesses because those are the only depositions scheduled, or one has already been done, that I found were under the murder case. No depositions scheduled or taken yet for the CSAM case. And
remember, I think their strategy here is, you guys, I think the strategy is to push that out as far as they can. That one's a slam dunker. Not only is it a slam dunker, but it's really hard, I think, for people to have to go over. They have a lot of information, a lot of they have hard drives to go over, but they want to push it out as far as they can. And I almost think that it's going to get farther than the Capital Red Rum, even though I've said it before, case. And at some point, he's going to take a plea deal, guys, just because they're not pushing for the death penalty in that case. Number one, Ashton Lee has a doctorate. You go. I've got street cred and graphic design. But graphic design is, nothing compared to a doctorate degree in graphic design and street cred. All right. Yes, Kathy, justice for Naziah. That is coming up more this week, girl. I can't let that one go. And I've been talking to the creators and the people from Detroit about the case. So buckle up for that because we need full justice for Naziah and Madeline Soto. I love you too, Rosie. Thank you guys. I don't know if I missed anybody's, but no, I didn't. I did. Scary 420. Thank you so much for the 5 guilty of crime memberships. I'm sorry I missed that. And then Foxy, I got your 421. That means so much to us. all the time. Thank you. All right, let's keep going on this. What Paula's doing here is just kind of an overview of everything that we're doing, and we've got like deep notes and documents on each single person that's going on. So that's what I'm doing with that. And I like that she saluted Thomas Karras because that's what I want to do with his audio.
The CSAM case is the one that's supposed to start next month in February. Remember also in that article, it said public defender Beth Bourdon. You guys remember Stephan's criminal defense attorney? I did a video about her previously. Just look in the playlist below. She was surrounded by a defense team of 3 other attorneys. So back then, Stephan had at least 4 attorneys. Beth told Judge Keith Karsten that she is currently on another death penalty case and has 2 others on her docket. So perhaps she's caught up on those or she's making progress. Back then, she had asked for Stephan's case to be scheduled for 2027. That's quite a ways away. Now get this. We just started 2025. She was trying to push it forward even 2 more years. But the judge said that would, quote, test the bounds of what is reasonable. Hallelujah. Hallelujah for that judge. Now, I know being a defense attorney, any kind of attorney, is no picnic, no cakewalk, especially when your docket is full. You have so many clients. And I know Beth has had her own health struggles. You know, she's been through a lot. So.
All right. So, yeah, you guys, it's hard for me to, of course, I care as a person, but this lady is the public defender for Stephan Sterns, and all of the motions she's filing, I mean, she's really representing him. I don't know if it's because it's the case of a lifetime or she just puts her passion into everything, but I'm really surprised that Stephan Sterns has such a good judge. And yeah, I did, I decided to use Plunder today because a week ago I didn't have all the depositions, all the info, and I was gonna kind of play off of this, and I had already tagged her in it. And once you tag her in it, it shows her that I'm giving her a shout out. So I was like, hey, we got some time today. Let's go over some of this because we can still deep dive into the depositions and each and every single person and give you guys a good idea of what this lady is trying to get out of the witness list. What she's getting out of the witness list is a big, will Jenn be a witness? We haven't seen her yet. Will she be a witness by choice because she wants to? Because again, remember, she's supposed to be a grieving mother, you guys. She was not given Jose Baez though. Another Jose Baez. This is Stephan Sterns, public defender. I don't know that her attorney's that good. I don't know that. I'm not sure about that. I'm not really sure, but that's Stephan Sterns, public defender. There, you guys. Now you know who's filing all those motions and who's trying to get him out of the death penalty. But Jenn should be a grieving mother, so technically, Jenn should be on the witness list. First one signed up, ready to go against a son of a bitch, Stephan Sterns. That I don't even remember her calling him a son of a bitch at this point. Yes, it's been almost a year already. All right. So she should be ready to go and she should be ready to testify against him. And yes, I remember that time I had to call poison control because he overdid it. Yeah, I remember that time that he said, "Can Madeline come sleep with me? I'll get you rest." That's what she should be talking about. It should all be coming back to her about all the times that he got over on her and duped her. But we know that's not the case.
So I'm not taking anything away from her. She sounds like a very competent, smart, amazing woman. But wow, to wait till 2027, that would have been quite a stretch. Even though I wonder if that's what it'll end up being, because I don't think these cases will start as soon as what's listed. Now, remember I said there's no depositions. I looked through the docket. Anybody can go over there on the Osceola Court website and look through the docket, verify what I'm saying. I don't see any depositions as of today, Friday, January 17th at 12:11 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't see any depositions scheduled for the CSAM case for Sterns, even though he has a pre-trial scheduled coming up for February 12th. I mean, what is that, like less than a month away? At 9, deposition on the docket for Sterns. It was scheduled with a Karen Vanderveen. She worked at some Woesthoff toxicology lab, but that was canceled for some reason. I don't know why.
Now it's back.
I was looking at it earlier, 6 times. Of those feelings of panic. She's come to me like in the middle of class or during lunchtime, just feeling really panicked.
Okay, so that's the person that she was talking about. Don't tell me that's Madison Brady. And we already listened to Madison Brady last week. She's the school counselor and she had lots and lots of hints, you guys. And I hope in the future that she does something about that differently because she didn't tell anybody or do anything. She's supposed to. Now, I'm going to thank you, Leanne, for the $4.99 super chat. Thanks you for always giving your time here. Here's a little back. Love you too, and I appreciate you. I saw something and it went too fast. Do you think the evil potato will testify against Stephan Sterns? She should gladly. She's a grieving mother that lost her daughter, but my answer is no. No, I don't. I think it's going to be a he said, she said real soon, as fast as now, it's not going to be with the CSAM stuff. It's going to be for the capital M case. That's what's going to happen. She doesn't have a choice. That's why I said, will Jenn be a witness by choice? No, not by choice. She should be by choice. She should be over there saying, we need to talk about this. I need to tell you all the times that Stephan did this, and this. He almost poisoned her one time, but instead, she didn't do that. She came with her own attorney and gave them an hour and 3 minutes to ask whatever questions that she had lied about and clear up. That's what I'm saying. It's not going to be by choice. The way I do about it. Most of the time it never happens, you guys, and I know people don't like it when it does happen. I know many people are like, and I don't know how you feel about the death penalty. A lot of people say don't do that because it religious reasons, spiritual reasons. They don't think an eye for an eye, or sometimes it's like it costs more, etc. Because it takes a long time. Yeah, I'd like to know what you think, but I believe in that. And even if they never get put to death, I think it's a scary, lonely place to be the rest of your life. And that's where I'd like Stephan Sterns to be the rest of his life, scared and lonely all by himself. Yeah, go to Florida, commit a crime, and that's the best way to go. Well, it's not an easy. The only reason, Ashton, I say it's not an easy way out is because it takes forever to even do it. You have to exhaust so many appeals. You're constantly fighting. You're never going to, the appeal rate is, I looked it up the other day. Your appeal rate just to get an appeal is, I believe it's less than 20%, but then getting a retrial and actually getting off a death row, it's slim to none. All right, let's go a little bit further because we listened to that already.
That's number one, Madison Brady. Number two, the second person being deposed, January 29th, 2025, Italo Brett. We've heard from him before. He's another teacher. Some are teachers, some are counselors. I think there's only one
and that's who I wanted to talk about was Italo Brett because I was trying to remind you guys of who the people are. So we'll let her do that real quick.
Counselor. He's a teacher. They teach different subjects. Basically, everyone gave a little bit different story. Italo's experience with Maddie was basically he didn't notice much change in her, and he kind of thought she was a normal kid.
Okay, what period did you have her in?
I had her initially in sixth period for the start of the year. Okay. She requested to move third period because she was having some issues of like not being able to keep up, or rather, she was keeping up, but it was too many behavioral issues around her. So
okay.
She requested to move to third.
Did you notice any sort of like recent changes in her behavior from the start of the school year until now?
Not really, no. She just seemed happier within the third period class that we were in, which is the advanced treble course I have. She seemed happier there. She learned her music really quickly, as with the rest of the girls in that class. She usually is very participatory. She's usually up performing with us. She doesn't miss a concert. She doesn't miss anything. The only thing I guess I could note is like on Friday she was sitting, but that a lot of the girls sit at random times, and that's related to either they have cramps or whatever. So I didn't think that was odd, but she usually is up and participating and active.
Now remember, Maddie liked singing, you guys, and that's one thing we can remember about little Madeline Soto. She likes singing, and even though I can't stand that whole sister act thing. Maddie was singing to Stephan. She was singing the Sister Act song, and Stephan told her, it's not that good. You're not singing that good. Why don't we watch Sister Act so you can listen to the way they sing and catch that tune? And that's what he did say in one of the interviews. He literally, I think he definitely kept her under his thumb, and he made her feel small very often just to make himself. Now, what's the matter, Mr. Wyatt? congratulations on your license. And what day is your birthday? I don't know what I missed, but what's the matter, buddy? We're here for you. Yeah, what are you bummed about? All right, let's keep going.
Like, she just seemed pretty normal, very, very happy, easy making her friends. I would say she bloomed a lot more in third because she had her friends there. So she was more outspoken and more confident. She's very helpful in my class. She even organized my piano once because it was all papers on top of it. She put it all together. She wanted to do that. So, that's not really, I'm not noticed anything off about her.
Okay. Now, I don't know how you do your grades or anything like that in your class. Has she declined at all in her participation, like in her grades, anything of that nature that you've noticed?
She maintains pretty steady, and I just grade her participation if you're standing and performing and the concerts. So I've not noticed anything of decline. She is there. That the only time, and even on Friday when she was sitting, I think she was still singing with us. She was just sitting down, which was the only thing,
That was different.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alarming. The only most alarming thing I've seen was the message that Monday she was missing. So.
Okay, and what was that message?
So on Monday, February 26th at 5:36 p.m., she said, "Hi, make it to school today. She hasn't made it home today."
It's okay, buddy. It's all right. Hey, the YouTube streets, they're rough out there, my man. But you can always come here and you'll be good. I don't know what happened to your truck, but I hope that you get it back. Just his truck needed fixed, and it was really his truck anyway. Well, you'll get one back, buddy. You'll get it one back. You'll work hard. You'll get it back. But I had my week like that last week, my man. It gets better. It gets better. All right. And you know what? Last week I said I was having a shitty week, but you know what? We're alive. We're alive. This little girl, Madeline Soto, no longer gets to be upset about not getting her license or getting her license and getting a flat tire. She doesn't get the opportunity to be upset anymore with her friends or any of that. Her life was cut short. So yeah, let's say a prayer for Maddie and say a prayer for you, buddy. I hope it works out for you. All right.
Then at faculty 3, when I was able to reply back, I said, "Hi, Ms. Soto. I did not checking Sky where she was absent for periods 1 to 5 and period 7. Period 6, I guess, hadn't marked her, but that's not really so strange because sometimes teachers just forget that happens. So, but yeah, I told her, it's very alarming. Just, please keep me informed. And I reported it to my teacher mentor. So, and then she reported it to Kevin Armstrong and everyone else in the school. And I guess that, and she'd been waiting for the police for a while. So I kind of talked a little bit then.
All right, so that was Bretta Tallow, and we know she likes singing. I'm going to go a little bit further. I'm glad that we knocked that one off because we did 12 depots, and then that day more came out, and we saw a ton of them with the little girls, Sage, we don't want to say last name, and 2 other ones, and then a bunch of people that we didn't know. Bree looked it up for us, and there was a lot of officers. So now there's even more than 12 depositions. We got 13, 14, 15, and then a whole stack of other ones I don't even want to say. So maybe we'll say we have like 20 or 21. So we went over to Madison Brady, the school counselor. That was Brett Tallow, and that guy's, Maddie seemed to love singing. She doesn't get to sing anymore, man. And then the other person's Deputy Kenneth. So let's see if she goes over that. And if she does, we'll go over things later, whatever we missed. I don't know what she's got in here, but let's see.
I don't consider myself like senior, but I'm just realizing I am, I'm like, I could live in a senior retirement community. It's funny. It's a mind trip thing. But this elderly couple was great. They were able to talk about in their interview, and I still think I'm missing one for Gerald for some reason. I feel like he has a separate interview that I believe I've asked for, but I don't think I have.
And that's okay. We got Gerald, you guys. We did Gerald, and that's when I always Gerald and Barbara Belmore, who is the neighbor. And there wasn't a whole lot that they were able to see or do or anything. They just kind of were like, yeah, we saw him sometimes. They didn't hear a lot, just one of those things. All right, let's keep going. Now, somebody asked me, they wanted to go over this, and I don't know who that was. If you guys get a chance, email me if you're the person that wanted me to go over this at some point. There's this video where he's being transported, and you hear him talking to him. We never really did go over that together. We never talked about the things he was saying, his evilness, etc. Oh, I had a feeling it was that. I had a feeling it was that. Zagor moderator says she's mostly about 12. Wyatt, I knew that was going to happen, my man. That happened to me too, buddy. I used to be friends with her, and then she just ghosted me, and it's all right, my man. You're welcome over here. That's why Melanie Copeland comes this way. It's all right. It's all right, buddy. All right. Thank you, Maria. I didn't even see that. I was just gonna say blessings to you. I appreciate you. But yeah, definitely that happened to me. Yeah, rough crowd, stay off the YouTube streets. That's a good saying, Savage Barber. YouTube streets are rough, definitely rough. It's happened to me, and I'm getting thick skin, guys. These tattoos give me thick skin. So Wyatt, when you turn 18, if you can go get a tattoo, and that then, because I see you out there hunting and stuff. I see you. So yeah, let's keep going. If you guys email me if you want me to get this video where he's getting a transport, and we can go over that at some point.
And for instance, at work, he wanted us to stay friends. I'm not a person that want to stay friends, so I told him that while we're at work.
Now this is Stephan's ex, and again, this ex was in between Jenn Soto, and at the same time he was abusing Maddie Soto. So he was out there doing abuse to Maddie for years and years and years while he was looking for other girlfriends at the same time. Now, I said it before, and I was like, I hate saying that, but I'm surprised Maddie didn't get STDs and stuff. And then you get into the Naziah Harris case, guys, ladies, people, and Naziah Harris and the Jarvis Butts thing. Jarvis Butts was giving his own children STDs. That's how bad it was, because the whole family has incest problems. The family, the whole family, there's incest, and they're all SOs in that family. And so when I heard that, I was like, man, thank God that Maddie didn't get a STD that we know about, right? I guess that would come out if it ever happened, but Stephan was looking for women, children, other girls, girlfriends, and that's who's talking on there right now as an ex. All right.
If we need to talk, we will talk, but other than that, I don't want to keep friends, and he tried to force me into keeping my friendship. He started harassing me at work, and that's when I threatened him, like, if you don't stop, I'm going to go out of HR or I'm going to call cops. And the only thing is that they cuddle in bed, like because when he told me that she sleep with them in bed, my naive thinking was that it was Maddie, mom, and him. And I did talk to him. Okay, she sleeps, and he's like, no, she needs to be like right, like next to me because she likes my body warmth. Which I'm sorry, but to me that was disgusting, But my reasoning was like, why is mom allowing this to happen? Because I don't have kids, but I have nieces and nephews, and I would never allow anything like this to happen.
Tell me a little bit about how your relationship was with him when you guys were officially dating. Was there anything that stood out?
Okay, so this is another person, you guys. This is Stephan's ex, and Stephan's ex is the one that knows a little bit about the weird kind of things with him. So if you guys want to hear that, stay here. We're going over still the 12 people or 12 depositions. Again, now there's 20 something, so we have more work to find out once it comes out. We already told you who they were. This must be Mariella Alejandro, who worked with Stephan at Disney and dated him. And then afterwards, she's like, I don't really want to stay friends with an ex, but he had weird kind of kinks and weird things. So that's who we're listening to right now. And that pertains to the depositions. And again, this lady's in there telling weird things about Stephan. I still have not yet to hear, and thank you, Jojo, for the Guilty of Crime membership that you gifted. I still have yet to hear Jenn Soto say anything bad about Stephan Sterns. Only once, and it seemed very fake. She called, I don't care what you do with that mother effer or something like that, but nothing like these other people. And yeah, listen, never. And why? Because she's more involved. Oh yeah, I'm looking into the Boswell case now. I've been listening to the Boswell case all day, and that case is absolutely disgusting. If I can get my hands on Megan Boswell, well, you don't even want to know. All right, what's up, VA Dynamics? How you doing? Jenn had a concern about, yeah, she did. Jenn had a concern about with women, and yes, she was concerned, but Maddie wasn't, and because nobody said anything about that. giving Maddie. I was concerned about Maddie getting an STD, and I was wondering if she ever got one. I wonder if they're ever going to come back on record and say Maddie had an STD and they had to give her. The most common one is chlamydia. So I'm wondering if, just we'll leave it at that.
Because we were never boyfriend girlfriend, but when we were intimate,
when you say intimate, are you guys? We're all adults here.
We hung out.
You having sex, or
We did have sex
Okay.
a few times. This is
I know.
okay. You're two guys here. Okay. So he was not all there. Like,
what do you mean by that?
he wouldn't get an erection.
Okay.
Like, it would be more like a soft direction.
Okay.
And so it was not like, we were like bunnies, but it was more like
No, sorry about that. I was on mute for a second. The dogs. Okay. So, yeah, I kept wanting to say thank you. Thank you, Scary 420 for those. And, you haven't heard this one before. It's good. Just for a second, I was telling the dog to be quiet and I forgot to unmute it. So anyway, I wonder if Maddie ever got an STD no, what I was talking about is she was saying that Stephan Sterns wasn't able to get hard. It was always a soft erect. And I was wondering if that was because he needed certain kinks. He needed them to not breathe, to be quiet, which is what she said. And, or was it, the dogs were barking. I was trying to tell him to stop. And I forgot to unmute it. So yeah, it is very cringy, but that's what she talks about in this. Jenn never took her to her doctor. I wonder though, because if you get something like that, pills and kinks, the pills could have caused him to not be all the way, and also the kinks. Many times you hear about things like that, like Jarvis, and if they don't get that certain kink fulfilled, they're not able to do that. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. All right, so that's what we're talking about there.
we hung out a lot. We talked a lot. It was more like giving each other company. That's about it. We play board games. So he'll come often and we'll just play a board game. We will drink, have a few shots of moonshine, whatever.
When you guys were intimate, did he do anything specific? Did he video?
No, I don't know that happened, but one time, he had me laid. This is very weird. I'm sorry, but he had me laid face down.
Okay.
Like
Plunder.
Dead.
True crime.
Like it was like.
Okay, so she put Plunder True Crime Audio. Just so you guys know, I do have this. I have this. We got it from the FOIA. Thank you, Carly and Bree. And he's asking about the kinks and did he have any kinks? And she's saying, in case you don't understand, that he asked her to lay still and like not move, not breathe, kind of like Ted Bundy did. Ted Bundy had those kinks, and so did we've talked about this before. Jeffrey Dahmer, where they don't want that, and that's why I think that he had to DRUG up Maddie. He liked them to play DEAD, right? And we can't say the P file stuff. Clar, I wanted to post your thing, but it will get me booted. So you can say P file or Chomo. Unfortunately. And I love you. I just didn't want to ignore you, Clar. You haven't been chatting much, and I wanted to post your chat up there, I was like, I want to post MM's comment, but I couldn't because it'll get me booted down. Where you at? Prayers to you, my girl. I don't know what's going on. I'll text you after. I haven't seen you much today. I'm assuming you're just having a rough day. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, listen.
Like face down completely, and he.
Like completely flat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he went, and that's the only one time that he was really erect in front of me. That was it. And it was very weird to me. Like, just, at some point I was just so grossed out that I'm open to try things, but there are things that you're like, okay, are you trying to have sex with a corpse here? Or, that was my, And I think that was the last time that we were, because it was too much for me to, it's really hard to see that person at work all the time.
So that was pretty troubling. So I'm sure her deposition will be really fascinating. Now, number 7, we're getting there. This guy, James Carpenter, he is scheduled to be deposed, give his deposition February 18th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. I was like, who is this guy? First of all, I couldn't find any audio.
All right, and that's okay. We do have, as a matter of fact, we don't have audio. This is she's right. This is just the supplemental report. He had a video of Stern's car, so I'm gonna go past that. We don't need to really. We got a whole PDF document on this guy, and for some reason it's not. It's saying, "What are you doing, Jay Carpenter? Why did he have a video of his car?" I wonder if she even got into that incident report. They redacted almost everything on this document. All right, I'll just press play for a second. This missing juvenile case, Officer Corker's form was reported missing. Oh, there's so many pages on this one. All right. He had a video. Hopefully this goes quick. He did not take an audio, by the way.
Interview or body cam interview with him. But I found in the documents who he is. It says on March 2nd, 2024, so that's the day after Maddie was found, at approximately 12:22, I, Officer Angelo, was dispatched to make a phone call for additional info to this case. I made contact with James Carpenter. Okay, so he's like 55. He'll be 55 years old this year. James Carpenter talked to this Officer Angelo over the phone, who stated he had surveillance video of his parents' residence. So his parents live on that Hickory Tree Road in St. Cloud. He said the video showed a silver sedan going westbound on Hickory Tree Road on February 26, 2024 at about 1:20 p.m. So James stated he believed the vehicle to be matching the description of the vehicle involved in this case.
So many people called in, you guys. So they were looking at Stephan from the get-go. I'm telling you all, this was one of the sloppiest cases and thank God, right? Thank God for Maddie. She's not with us anymore. But this is one of the sloppiest cases ever. There's so many people. They're going to have so many people on the stand for, especially the death penalty case. Okay. The death penalty case, there's person after person after person that saw Stephan in his car. They got the video of him moving the body from the front to the trunk. I mean, it's just absolutely, I hate to say it. Never mind. I do not give Rod Potato a heads up. Man, I want her to get arrested, guys. But I think it's not gonna happen until he said, she said, and then they're gonna be able to take a statement from him or something because he's not talking. I don't know any other way because they were there together that day. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Sadie's mama, I love you. See you tomorrow. I gotta watch for time too. I was on here early and I gotta pick up my daughter. Now listen, that day is the only day that between that night and that day, and they were in the same apartment. So I really, truly, highly doubt that she texted him anything and he texted her anything. So there's no paper trail of any sort to show that she was involved in the taking of Maddie's life unless Stephan talks. Now the CSAM stuff, absolutely, they can go back and charge her with neglect. As a matter of fact, I've been watching videos lately where they're charging the other parent and things just like this that didn't do their job. So for her, I don't know why they haven't arrested her yet. I don't know. But for the taking, look at how scared she looks. She looks scared. Like she just got caught with her hand in the, she has a gun and that was the one she used to take Maddie's life and she just got caught. So, I just don't know. I don't know. It's going to be he said, she said.
I provided a link to James to upload the video to evidence.com, which he did. And this supplement will be forwarded to the Criminal Investigation Division for further review. So James, he's another hero here. Thank God for people who check, their Ring camera videos and everything. So of course, we haven't seen this surveillance video, I believe. Maybe I don't know if we've seen still images from it, but this guy had the wherewithal to contact police. I don't know if this phone call was recorded or uploaded to evidence. I guess I should FOIA it and see what they say. He he was able to check, and he saw this silver sedan going westbound Hickory Tree Road that Monday, February 26th, the Monday Maddie was reported missing when they believed Stephan was dumping her body or stashing the body, as Jennifer might say. And this was at 1:20 p.m. It's very good that people like this take the time to go through their videos, give cops a timeline and narrow things down, and even help them eventually find Maddie like the next guy did. I know they have not given us any surveillance videos. They won't give us those. Those are flat out denied. But the interview audio, I would like to hear that audio with James Carpenter. I don't think I've heard it. I can search for it again.
They don't have it.
I do. I'll pop it in here. If not, we'll have to wait and see if we can get it. So that's really good.
Yeah, that doesn't exist, Miss Paula. There's nothing. They haven't given it to us. Anyway, Thomas Karras is who she started off with, so I hope she goes in. If not, we're going to do that ourselves.
But he narrowed it down. Finally, number 8. We're at the hero Thomas Karras.
Yes,
that's what I'm calling him. He is going to give his deposition February 18th, 2025 at 2 p.m. And this is the guy who Crime Line told he didn't have enough info.
And we have this, by the way. We have this. I was going to do that, but I wanted to mix this and mix it with her video. And it says, so we have Thomas Karras without any of the plunder audio, but this is our hero. This is the one that fought against all odds. They told him no, and he still did it anyway. Let's go. Graciela, love you, girl. Love you. I hope you're doing okay. The YouTube streets are rough. That's all I got to say, but we're here. Anybody guilty of crime that the YouTube streets are rough for you, come over here, y'all. We got you. We'll give you a big hug. Wyatt, Edith, any of you. All right. Thomas Karras, I'm going to give him a salute, and we got to listen to this because this is my man.
Guy is great. He is so observant. You know how, I don't know, I test myself like, Paula, look around the room. If you had to describe what was going on, what do you see in this place or wherever you are traveling? You see a 6'1" redheaded guy, okay, has green eyes, he's wearing a red jacket, like pay attention, like they say, have situational awareness. If you have to give a deposition, if you have to remember what's going on, don't always be off in la la land. Well, Thomas Karras was on it. He remembers seeing Stephan Sterns making eye contact with him. Just wait till you hear. I'm going to play his interview in full because I have not played it on this channel yet. I want to see how long it is. His is about 25 minutes. I want to play the whole thing because it is worth it. But before that, I want to tell you what he saw, and I want to read you his Facebook Messenger messages. I think it was to Jenny Esquivel. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name. She's been great about.
Now, Jenny Esquivel, it's interesting because Jenny Esquivel does go back and forth now, and I'm glad she has plunder and outlets like that, because I just talked to Jenny Esquivel today, and she's working real hard on making changes for we obviously want the Madeline Soto law. Wes, you're okay. Give me a little bit. And if she's gonna play Thomas Karras, I have that. I should just play the audio myself. Because I have it right here, and I don't like playing it off other people's channel when I have it. But yes, Jenny Esquivel is doing a lot behind the scenes right now. And as a matter of fact, we were playing tag, and then she went back into a meeting to, fight for Madeline Soto. Let me see. Oh, and you made it an MP4. I wonder. Let me do this. Yeah, so thankful to her. Let's see if we can listen to this, because that's about how much time I will have. Let's listen to what he did, and then I'll play the audio for you myself. And then I'll pull Paula down. So that way we don't have the plunder true crime.
Really seeking justice for Maddie through the Facebook groups and everything she's created, her help with Maddie's memorial and everything. Anyway, before they found Maddie's body. So it was February 28th, Stephan was arrested. March 1st, 2024, that Friday, they still had not found her yet. So March 1st, we're still seeing these pleas from the public, from police. If anyone has video footage or remember seeing Madeline Soto, Stephan Sterns, or his car, contact Crime Line at 1-800-423-8477. Thomas Karras did just that. I love it. I love it. He did just that. He was so adept at remembering what he had seen. Now imagine it's a Friday. You're thinking back to some guy you saw Monday on the side of the road. He is so detailed. Thomas describes, whether or not Stephan had a tire iron. He didn't see a spare tire. He even was almost going to stop and say, does Stephan need any help? Stephan ducked down behind the car somewhere. He was hiding. Obviously, he didn't want witnesses to see him. But Thomas was on it. Thomas noticed him. He was able to give a description of the hat he was wearing, the clothing he was wearing, the look in his eye. he said he had the scared face to him. His eyes were more like a sadness to his eyes. Thomas is like, I can't believe it. You know, Maddie might have even been in the trunk as I passed. Thomas is very good about explaining how Crime Line basically hung up on him. Now, the investigators didn't want to talk about that too much. I want to read what Thomas put on Facebook, because Thomas was heeding the call. You know, Kissimmee Police Department's like Sterns was driving the silver 2010 Lincoln MKZ. Here's his tag. Here's where he was, somewhere around Old Hickory Tree Road and Highway 192. And this is what Thomas wrote. Thomas went out and took photos around the exact place where he saw.
Okay, so I'm not gonna like say much, and I can't really say much, but yes. I hope that comes out real soon, you guys. I'm not muted. Our girl Jenny, and maybe we're gonna need we're probably gonna need a translator. Oh, Mama Pearl's in the house. Hi, Mama. Love you, Mom. I didn't see you. I had to go give the dogs a cookie because they're being brats. I see a Telemundo. I see a Telemundo episode coming up, folks. So I think Telemundo is going to be doing an episode on Madeline Soto. This is all just speculation. I don't know yet. I'm just saying. So love you, Mom, and love you. I hope you're having a good day today. Happy Monday. Yeah, the dogs wanted a cookie too, so now they're quiet again. All right, let's listen and then we'll play Thomas Karras and then that will be it because I got on early today.
Stephan changing the tire. And he's going to explain in this interview, he called Crime Line, and just because Thomas couldn't remember like the license plate number and all these other details, they were just like, you don't have enough info, click, like they hung up on him. Thomas wrote, update, I gave the pictures to Osceola County law enforcement as they started their search, and they found her where I said I saw him. Crime Line told me I did not have enough info, but Osceola law enforcement jumped right into action. Thank God for the Osceola law enforcement and Kissimmee Police Department. I saw him, Sterns, around 120 Monday on Old Hickory Tree, pull over on a roundabout that has a cargo shipping container. You remember seeing that. He was on the right-hand side, headed towards Harmony. He was wearing a green light brown hat backwards. I didn't see anyone else in the vehicle. He was outside the car at the back left tire with a tire iron. Looked like he was changing it, but couldn't say for sure. I'm so glad this guy stuck with it. So eventually they ended up bringing him in, showing him a photo lineup. Now, I'm laughing. It's not funny. Of course, I'm laughing because they interview Thomas. You'll listen to the whole thing coming up. A woman comes in. She brings in a photo lineup. Stephan Sterns.
Okay, we're going to stop. Stephan Sterns, let's pull this down, make sure we can hear it right, and we're going to listen to that, folks. We're going to listen to that ourselves so we can just hear it. Hopefully, it's in the right format. Now I have it, and please let it be. Let me know if you can hear.
Are we taking you out of work?
No, I work for myself. So.
Oh, okay. So you take your own breaks.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. The time or the date is March 4th, 2024. Time is 3:09 p.m. We are at the Kissimmee Police Department, reference case number 24001896. Person present are myself, Detective Morris, Detective Smallwood, and what's your first name?
Thomas.
Thomas?
Yes, sir.
And last name?
Karras, Carris.
Okay, I'll turn it up too.
What's your phone number?
I just want to make sure. And we redacted his phone number.
To your knowledge, so help you God.
Yes, sir. So help me God.
All right, perfect. Put your hand down. All right, so we've talked a little bit on the phone that you called in information about a current investigation that the police are working. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you made that call, who did you initially? Why did you call the police? Let me ask you that.
So I know I gave
Thank you, guys.
my information of what I saw that day to Crime Line.
Okay.
And they told me it was too vague.
Okay.
And so that's when I went out and took pictures of where I saw him.
How did you know that's what you were looking for?
I saw your guys' post that morning of the car and his face.
Okay.
Yes.
And the car, where the spare tire was and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
The spare tire was on the same exact side of that car and everything. It was a Lincoln that I passed on Hickory Tree. There's not much traffic that goes on in Hickory Tree, but there is more picking up right now. So when I saw him on the side there, I kind of was like, whatever. Like, that's a kind of convenient spot to break down, because it's like kind of like in a driveway, but it kind of sucks that you're kind of in the middle of nowhere,
Right.
But I called that into crime line, and they told me that I didn't have the license plate of his car because he was facing me, going towards Harmony.
Okay.
I was going away from Harmony, going towards St. Cloud on Hickory Tree.
Okay.
Old Hickory Tree. I'm sorry. So I called that into crime line. They told me I didn't have his license plate number, and I didn't have his address exactly of where he was. So it was too vague. And thank you, but have a good day. And they hung up on me. So
That's
when I went
terrible.
when I came back,
Terrible.
St. Cloud were starting their search right off of Nolte and Old Hickory Tree near the mobile and the construction site, and there's an abandoned house on the left. So I pulled over, and there's traffic going, everyone's slowing down, but I flagged one of the sergeants over. He came over, and I showed him the picture of where I saw him. And I showed him, like, I could show you the pictures too. It's the red shipping container, because that's the best way I could explain it. There's no mailbox, there's no address. So the red shipping container is like where he was parked in front of that, that area. So he sent me down to the abandoned school that's on Old Hickory Tree. They do, I guess, their police training there for the past year. So he sent me into the second parking lot where I spoke to a investigator named Donna. I don't remember her last name, but I'm pretty sure it started with a C.
Sita?
That sounds about right. And I airdropped her the photos. And then an hour later, they were at that same exact spot.
Because I can check
where they found her.
Okay. All right. So you're from St. Cloud.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna. I don't want to assume, but are you familiar with the St. Cloud area?
Yes, sir.
Have you grown up there and stuff like that? Yes. Okay. So Old Hickory Tree goes from, say, 192, where it passes Nolte, all the way back to 192.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
192.
I the corner of Old Hickory Tree with my ex-fiance for the past 2 years now.
Okay.
So I lived a little bit past the fire station. On that corner.
Okay, so this guy, Thomas Karras, had no reason to do that. They really sound like horrible, terrible people. Thank you for sharing. I will stay away. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Good for. Oh, you guys talking amongst yourselves? Okay, so I'm playing this interview because I've been wanting to play this interview, and that's how Madeline's body was found so well. Somebody's gonna have their message. He's gonna have the message. Yeah, I don't have anybody timed out right now or anything like that, and I can check because I'm the creator and I can go on my channel dashboard. So I don't have anybody else. They can email me too. I'm not sure. Cat H or Leo too. So yeah, we can talk about this. This is Jamila. It says Thomas Karras, our hero. Maybe I'll put Thomas Karras, our hero, is being interviewed. Does that help better if I say Thomas Karras? Okay, Thomas Karras is being interviewed. This is the guy interviewed. This is the guy. See down below? This is the guy that guilty of crime is still on Turtle Island. I don't know what you guys are talking about here, but we are interviewing Thomas Karras right now. I don't think anybody got timed out. And this is the guy that no, I don't need to get Reese yet. I don't want to pick her up until 5:30 or 6. I came on early. All right, let's finish this. I want Thomas Karras to tell you what he had to do to get Madeline's body found.
Right there.
So you said you were coming from St. Cloud, the Harmony side.
Yeah, the Harmony side from Harmony coming back.
So it'd be going north.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Eventually be going north.
It goes south for a bit, but then loops back around to going north.
Okay. So when you come upon this guy changing his tire, okay, is as you're going north, is he on the left side of the road or right side of the road? Left side of the road. Okay. And you also mentioned there was a red shipping container. Was that shipping container close to the road, or?
It's in my opinion, it's more in the middle of the field.
Okay.
On the left-hand side of which we was parked. So I came around the corner, and there's another little curve, and then there's a little straightaway that we were on. Okay. That's where I saw him. He was by his driver door at that time, and he had a hat like mine, but backwards, but it was like a yellowish, greenish, brown color, like light yellow, light green,
Okay.
brown.
Do you remember what color shirt he was wearing?
Black.
Okay.
I want to say he had blue jeans on, but I don't have much description of the jeans or the like shoes, because when I got up to him.
I mean, he's doing a fantastic job, you guys, of telling them what he saw. We saw the streets, right? You guys saw the streets that were driving. Yes, Rosie, 192. There wasn't a lot of people out there at all times, but they're driving fast. This guy's got the memory of just completely perfect memory. Wes is back. Yeah, the janky tire iron that messed up Stern's hand. And by the way, the other depositions are that just came in. Thank you, Bree. We're the crime scene investigator, deputy first class. So Renee Shea, and then Orange County, Florida, Deputy Frankie Joseph. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more, and it's all officers. And there's a landowner witness on one named Aubrey. That's going to be interesting to hear from the landowner. And then Detective Julio, Officer Tristan. So those were the other depositions that none of the other channels are talking about just yet, but I showed those to you last week. So thank you, Bree, for emailing me that. I don't think we got anyone timed out. Bree, if you want to check, I don't know you guys. I checked my email. I checked my background. Nobody's been timed out that I know of. So if you are, I apologize. Please go back and watch this again. This guy has a memory, insanely good memory.
There was another car coming out on his side, coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
He had a tire iron in his hand. There was no jack out that I could see. There was no other tire out that I could see. The spare tire was already on the car, and he had a tire iron out. And by then, and as I'm passing him, he squats down at the back rear tire where the spare tire's on with the tire iron. And as he squats, he looks up, and we make eye contact as I drive by him.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I knew it was him, because I had to slow down just because we're on a 2-lane road.
Okay.
And I want to say the speed limit there is like 50, so I slowed down to about 40.
Mm-hmm.
When I passed him. So yeah, the eye contact is what really did it for me. Not only the silver car with the spare tire exactly where it was, but the eye contact.
Okay. This is not the scale. So this is going to be Hickory Tree Road. So say the middle of the road. This is going to be going north the way you were traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's little driveways that go each way, both into cattle fields or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
so
this side has bamboo. This is the side of bamboo where they found her.
Okay.
I took pictures facing towards this way because that's where I saw him.
So
I mean, he even took pictures, you guys. He even took pictures, and yeah, everybody talks. And welcome, Brightfoot. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for being a member. Everybody talked about his eyes and his dirty hat, but this guy took a picture. I mean, this is all going to be in evidence, right? This is great. And thank you for Brie. I ended up finding this in the document that you sent me. This is perfect.
Well, I'm going to draw your car here. That's going to show you driving north.
Okay.
Okay. So just draw a square where his car was parked. Okay. And the front of his car is going to be on this side or that side?
Yes. Yes.
No. Okay. Now, can you draw an X where you saw?
Now, does it make it easier for you guys to understand what's going on in this situation with what I played at the beginning? I hope it does. If it does, you guys throw a 1 down in chat. Plus, I'll get a whole bunch of 111s, which will say a prayer for Maddie, but I think it does. I'm such a visual person. You know, I never got good at math problems where you had to read. Rita had 12 cookies and then John ate 4. And like, dude, I'll just go buy some more. That was my answer. I'll buy some more. They can all have some. That's my answer, right? Thank you. Thank you. I think that when you see the drive and you see the abandoned house that the cops were first looking, you see how fast people are going, and you see how desolate with this. It's crazy. This is a great witness. Yeah. John walked 10 miles and Susie walked, and I'm like, why? I would just get a scooter and drive over there. I got the problem wrong, guys. Got the problem wrong. My daughter is doing that math too, and it makes no sense. Makes no sense to me. Word problems. Who needs those? Do we ever use them, right? The only math I need is money and dollars. How much dollars does this cost me? Okay, we're good to go. That's it. But other than that, nobody needs to know how fast the train was going. If your car was going here, don't cross the railroad tracks when the things come down. That's my answer. That's what. Why did I fail math? That's why. All right, let's keep going. Thomas Karras.
Him standing. Okay. And are you saying the spare tire was on this side, or that's where you saw it?
Hey, I even got my mom laughing. Love you, Mom. That's good to make you see. If I could make you guys laugh, that's how it goes. But Mom, that's why I was so hard to pass math. I didn't understand that. That was dumb. It was just dumb. It didn't make any sense. Just give me a calculator and I'll tell you how much, and then I'll pay them. Jeez, these people. All right. Love you, Mom. All right, let's keep playing Thomas Karras. He's being interviewed right now. He's the guy that saw Stephan Sterns and went out of his way to make sure that they caught him and found Maddie's body.
He was there right next to the spare tire.
Okay, was the spare tire
already on the car?
Spare tire was already on the car.
On the car. There's no other tire here. There's no jack to put up or jack stands to put under the car. He was just standing there with a tire iron. Well,
Okay.
kneeled down. He kneeled down by that point of me passing him. And looks at me. Has a tire iron in his hand too. Okay.
Okay. Was his trunk open or closed?
Closed. I didn't see anybody else in the vehicle either. So this kind of just left my mind until a few days later until I saw, the picture of him. And then I have the time from when I texted a client too, because he was on Alligator Lake. That's why I was heading this way.
Okay.
I just left Harmony to go to Alligator Lake. It was at 1:20 when I texted him that I am 20 minutes away. I'm leaving, not that I'm leaving Harmony, but I'm 20 minutes away.
Okay.
So when I saw the time frame of what you guys gave from 1:10 to 1:35, I'm like, this was definitely him.
Okay. What time? So if you actually, real quick, before we get rid of this, can you just initial up here for me? And the date, which would be the 4th.
Today's
3. Yeah. So, all right. So you're saying you're leaving the Harmony area to go to a client's house on Alligator Lake, which is north of where this is.
Yes, sir.
You saw him. Okay. So what time do you think you passed when he was changing his tire?
So when I texted the client that I'm 20 minutes away.
Where were you when you texted this client?
I was in Harmony.
Okay.
And I was about to turn onto 192, or not about to turn onto 192, but I was coming the wrong way through Harmony. And I was like, okay, I meant to stop at the gas station. So I went back through Harmony, stopped at the Sunoco there. And when I left the Sunoco is when I saw him. Okay. That Monday. So the Sunoco is right there in front of Harmony High School.
Okay.
So I can go back and kind of try to see what time I was at the Sunoco.
No, we'll worry about that.
Okay.
Did you get gas there, or just go inside to get something?
I want to say I got a hot dog and a beer for later.
Okay. But you went inside to get that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Was it a Four Locos? Just kidding.
I can pick you out from it.
I want to say I was wearing a bright green shirt with this cap.
All right, so you left that Sunoco, went down to Hickory Tree. That's when you got on Hickory Tree to go north, or to go to your next client.
Yes, sir. I turned at the light, got on 192, then hopped on to Hickory Tree.
192, baby.
So when you come out of Sunoco, to get to Hickory Tree, turn right or left?
You turn left.
Okay, and then
192 and Hickory Tree Road. That makes Jenn Soto psychic, right, everybody? Right? All right. Yeah. I'm glad I started early, even though it was on accident, because we've been on here for almost 2 hours and it's only 5:18. So yay for us, right? All right. Ninaska Mercedes says math teachers used to tell us to rely on calculators. They weren't always going to have them on us. 20 years later, smartphones enter the room. And you know what? Even worse is Alexa. Reese sits there doing her homework and she's like, "Hey, Alexa, how do you spell whatever? Hey, Alexa, what's 224 divided by whatever? Hey, Alexa, write me a paragraph on whatever." Who needs even school anymore? Who needs school? What do we need school for? We got smartphones, Alexas, all that. Yeah, it does. That's real talk. That's not just her. That's all the kids, guys. That's all the kids. I don't know what's gonna happen with the future, y'all. I know my daughter has a huge vocabulary, though. I got your Alexa going, Grandma. All right, let's keep going. Thomas Karras. I'm just glad I have more time with my folks today. And love you, Mom, if you're still here. I miss you, and I cannot wait till you're back in San Jose.
How do you turn on the Hickory Street?
You have to turn into the turning lane, and then you have to cross back over 192, like they're going.
So you're making another left.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. All right. So when you pass this guy, you come down to the set of officers. You see officers hanging out there as you're.
No, there was no officers there.
When did you find this search? Oh, so Wednesday is the one.
Yeah,
when you
so
saw
Wednesday morning. No, it had to been when you guys were doing your search on Friday, because I had my son with me. I get my son on the weekends, so I had my son with me, and I want to say Friday morning is when I saw the post about the car and the picture of him, and that's when my heart sunk and I realized who it was. So when I called Crime Line, they hung up on me, told me too vague. Put my son inside the car seat, and then my friend lives right over on the corner from me, so I picked him up to come with me to go take pictures. And so I would say Friday. I have timestamps on my phone, says 3:45, 3:46.
Okay.
And then when I came back through is when I gave the photos.
You must have came in late, Michelle. My timer says 1 hour and 56 minutes and 30 seconds, my girl. I came in at 3:30 today. I accidentally scheduled it for 3:00 and I came in at 3:30. So I'm at almost 2 hours. And Millie, can you text me real quick? I got a present for you. I'm sorry it's so late. Miss Millie, send me your address so I can send you that again, please. Please and please. And thank you guys. I'm glad you're happy to have more time. But yeah, I didn't mean to. I just hopped right on from work. It was an accident, but this is a good interview. All right, let's keep going.
Okay. So when you talked to Donna, obviously you provided a statement to her as well. I think she said she talked to you for a little bit.
She did talk to me, but I didn't write anything down for them.
Okay, that's fine.
The most she got was my first, last name, and my phone number.
Okay. But you airdropped the pictures of this area where you saw this guy.
Yes, I still have 3 photos. The 3 photos on my phone.
Thank you.
Is there any way that you could email me those photos?
Yeah.
Thanks.
You live by Deer Run?
Not anymore. I live off of Narcoossee now.
Is that the fire station you were referring to?
Yes. So when they were asking me questions about where exactly this is at, they're like, is it before Deer Run? Is it before Nolte? And I'm like, way after.
And you knew that because you're familiar with that area.
Yeah. I grew up in this area, and I've been going back and forth now. I've been doing work in Harmony for the past 3 to 4 years, mowing grass. I'm sorry, what's your email?
It's Mark, MARK, .Morris, MORRIS, at Kissimmee.gov.
How you spell Kissimmee?
KISSIMMEE.
Okay. Kissimmee.gov.
Gov, yeah. And I'm pretty sure Donna told me she already had the pictures and she was going to do what they do with them, but just so I have a record of them as well.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Thomas, when you were When you were driving by him, I know you said you slowed down a little bit.
Yes, sir.
It didn't come to a complete stop?
No, sir. There was no sense to. I did have the thought in my head about asking him if he needed to change his tire, but there was no other spare tire. There was no jack. He just had the tire iron, and plus the new tire was on the car. So I'm like, man's got it. And
could you imagine what would have happened had he walked up to that car and Stephan hadn't gotten rid of Maddie's body yet? That would have been creepy and scary. And yeah, Michelle and everybody else, I accidentally started at 3:30 today. I didn't mean to do, I'm not going to pull an all-nighter. No. I didn't go. Nazaya's happening tomorrow, but I accidentally put 3:00 my time, 6:00 your time, and I ended up on at 3:30, 6:30 your time. So I've been on for quite some time now. No, I don't want to meddle. I just didn't want to make you guys wait. So I decided, shoot, just take your shoes off, girl. Take your sweatshirt off and hop on. I didn't have any time to like do anything. I just got home straight from work. But no, I hope I don't have two scheduled for today. If I do, it's wrong, and I'm doing it for tomorrow. Nazaya will do tomorrow. If I didn't have a 10-year-old daughter, I probably would. I would definitely probably do an all-nighter. You pulled me off too much. All right, let's go. All right, let's keep going. Hold on. Where did I lost my spot?
How would you describe the way he looked? Did he look flustered, normal?
More it had this scared face to him. Like it was just and like the eyes just more like a sadness to his eyes, so like I said, nothing about it made it seem off to me, just passed and he seemed like somebody that just got broke down, so but then after later remembering everything, I'm like, no, he didn't even have spare tire, no jack, no car stand, like little car stands to be able to put the car down, anything like that. So that got me too. So now it kind of just replays that she might have been in that trunk as I passed, and it also replays that she was right behind me when I'm taking the photos of the storage container, saying he was parked right here. I did just email that.
Okay, perfect.
Was he only by the car when you saw him?
Yeah, he was only by the car. The same address I found.
Oh, you put 3 M's.
Oh no. My bad.
Yeah, you never know, right? Crazy.
He was only by the car?
Yes, sir. I only saw him by the car. There was another vehicle approaching us on his side going towards Harmony. And I believe that was a black newer Expedition. But I'm not too sure between the Expeditions and the Explorers, or the Explorers actually use what you guys drive. So it was an Expedition because it was like a 4-door big box truck,
Okay.
I know you said the trunk was closed. Were
Good.
any of the other doors open?
Oh, buddy.
No, I only saw him open his well, not open it, but I saw him close his driver door. So I don't know if he exactly just got there whenever I made that turn or not. Yeah. I saw him close his driver door when I was approaching him, and he was walking towards the back of the car. And by the time I got to him, he was kneeling and looking at me.
Yes, he is. He was kneeling at him and looking at him, scared shitless. I'm surprised they didn't find shit in Stephan Sterns' pants that day, guys, because he was wearing those khaki brown pants that he always wore. He changed his shirts a couple times. He had a red shirt on and then I think a white shirt, but I bet he almost shit his pants when Thomas looked at him right in the eye as he was kneeling down, because we don't know at what time that happened, right? We don't know. Like, we're still debating on, okay, he got a flat tire, drove as fast as he could. Once it was completely tore out, once he couldn't drive anymore, he had to stop, and it was very sloppy the way that he got rid of Maddie's body, period. That's why, in my opinion, he went back to go make sure he didn't leave anything. And then he also did spend some time with the body, in my opinion, as well, because they found the cadaver dogs hit on Jenn's car, her trunk. Now, he had his car when he originally dumped Maddie's body, but then he went back in Jenn's car, and after that there was we don't know if it was before or after, but I'm sure it was after. He took branches and sticks and stuff and threw them on top of Maddie. That's how she was found when they found her. So she wasn't hidden or anything. Yeah, this guy knows more than freaking Jenn. This guy's giving us way more information than Jenn. Yeah, he probably had skid marks. There's no way he didn't. Yeah, he definitely spent time with Maddie. He went back to where he put her body that night in Jenn's car. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, it was like Friday was a party with Jay. We were on for like 3 hours, over 3 hours on Friday night. We had a call-in party line. You remember back in the day, the party line?
I'm pretty sure you already said it, but I'll ask again. Did you see anyone else with him?
No, sir. I didn't see anybody inside the vehicle.
Did you see Jenn Soto with him?
Didn't really get a good look in the windows, but I did not see anybody else, like their head or anything like that inside the window.
So nobody outside with him either?
No, none of that either.
Did you see anybody walking on either side, coming north or south from where he was?
I'm sorry. No. From north or south, there was nobody walking. I didn't see anybody with him. He was just by himself. He really looked like somebody that was kind of changing his tire, but kind of just finished up. But
when did he do it?
He just got there because that front door.
Isn't that strange? So which one did he do?
We're gonna get somebody else to come in here and show you these pictures. So give us a minute. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. I guess last question.
All right.
The black shirt that he was wearing inside his mugshot was like the closest I could say that I looked at the material. So I don't know if he even changed his clothes like when it came to that mugshot and that, or if he just rewore a short, if he has multiple of the shirts. So he didn't look dirty. He didn't look like he just walked through anything. He didn't have any stickers all over him. I didn't see any of that.
Could you tell if he was sweaty or anything like that?
No, he kind of looked like he just got out of his car, where I couldn't say that because, I don't know if he has AC in his car, but, he didn't have a jacket on, he had these jeans, so.
Dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty, stinky Stephan.
That's okay. So you only saw the spare tire that's on his car. You didn't see an additional, the original tire that would be on it.
There was no original tire that would be on it, and there was no car jack, no car stand or anything like that. Just
Ooh.
what he was using to change the tire was the iron. It was like a 4.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. All right, but give us 1 second.
All right, last part of it, y'all. And I'll be doing call-ins soon. I'll let you know when. It depends on the case. And when I have time.
All right, so I'm going to do a photo lineup, okay? I have some instructions to read to you, okay? All right. So you're going to be asked to view a group of photos of individuals, okay? It is just as important to clear, if you want to read it as well, clear innocent persons from suspicion as to identify guilty parties. The person of interest may or may not be in this photo lineup, and the photos are not in any particular order, okay? I do not know whether the person being investigated is included in the group. Individuals presented in the photo group may not appear exactly as they did on the day of the incident because features such as head and facial hair are subject to change.
Yes.
You should not feel like you have to make an identification. If you do identify someone, I will have you designate the photograph of the person you have identified. Regardless of whether you make the identification, we will continue to investigate the incident. The photos will be shown to you simultaneously and are not in any particular order. Take as much time as you need to examine the photos. Since this is an ongoing investigation, you should not discuss the identification procedures or results. Okay? Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm going to have you initial right here. Okay. And so I'm going to leave this pen with you. You can circle the page. Okay. I'm going to go out there, so you can take as much time as you need. Okay? Whenever you're ready, you can knock on the door and let me know that you're ready. Okay?
Thank you.
Stephan Stinky Sterns, guys. Yeah, bless this man. Absolutely. And this was what Paula was gonna play. He signed in the debt. He signed this. Yeah, this is what Paula was gonna play. And we love you, Paula. Thank you for the input that you did have. I always wanna, if I'm using them, I always tag the creators in there. And just, I love me some Paula. I love when she does the at the end and she reads a scripture. My mom sends me scriptures in the morning, so it reminds me of that. But yeah, luckily we're doing the FOIAs and it's pretty awesome. It feels good to have your own content, the content that you got and you put the work into. So yeah, but thank you, Paula, for offering it up. Let's finish up with Thomas Karras, you guys, and we will do a call in at least once a week. Okay, you guys? Yeah.
That was quick. All right, so the photo lineup I was shown consisted of how many photos?
6.
Okay, go ahead and write that. Were you able to identify them?
The one person, yeah, I don't know who the other people were.
Okay, so just check mark there.
Hit the like button.
Yep. And then what number was it? Okay. And this is the person who did what? Or that you saw what?
Yes, it was Stephan. It was the ugly man, the stinky Stephan Sterns. Dirty hat, black eyes.
What day was last Monday?
Oh, that was February. That was the day that. What day was that? The 20th. Oh, they found her March. Oh wait, but he was doing it 26. They didn't find her until the 1st. Yeah, Friday's a good time.
And then your signature right here.
Stephan. Chunklas.
Awesome. And then the date.
Today's the 4th.
You are correct.
They found her on March 1st.
So what was your name again? I'm sorry.
Thomas.
Carrie. All right. Just wait here and I'm sure.
See if they have any more.
Not to answer any questions. Okay. All right. Do you have any questions for us?
No, I don't believe so.
All right, guys, ladies, gentlemen, everybody. Thank you guys for being here for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I knew it was going to be a long one today because I had a lot to go over, and I'm glad. And I really do appreciate. Somebody said earlier that when I do my lives and I have, let's say, an hour and a half worth or 2 hours, that I give you guys a lot of content to absorb. So if I'm not, let me know in a nice way because I love it to be packed with information, dates, what's happening, info, and info. Otherwise, it's just like, what are we talking about? Then those are more like the members only, right? Members only, we can joke around and watch dumb things, etc. But for this one, and you're welcome. Thank you, ladies, for coming on and helping me be mods. Because it was just a surprise. I surprised myself. All right, Madeline Soto. We know she was not protecting life. Will Jenn Soto be a witness by choice? She's going to be a witness, but is she going to start talking about him? Is she going to say things about him? Is she going to tell more about him and what happened? So for all you that missed it, go watch the rewatch crew. Drop a comment. Help us sister out. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're covering the Nazaya case, and I got a lot to go over And then we're going to do a psychology perspective on the whole case, which is going to be mind-blowing. Alexandra Sepulveda. Hello, I caught a live. Love you, Jay. Well, shout out to you. All the new people that always catch a live or new, shout out to you. Thank you. Something tells me she will be compelled to. Yeah, they're going to make her, but I'm just wondering if she's going to really tell things that we need to know, not just act dumb like she always does, right? Yeah, I wonder if she's going to be a hostile witness and pretend like she didn't have a gut feeling about a thing. Nothing. Even though that whole Woody Allen thing says it all, guys. Before I get off here, I have to tell you, I just watched the Megan Boswell interview, and on the Megan Boswell interview, they knew better. The news said to her, Megan, what's your biggest fear? And normally when you ask someone what their biggest fear is and they're a suspect, they usually give you an answer. They give you an answer about something. They'll say like, you know what Megan Boswell said? And she laughed when she said it. She said that my daughter's never going to be found. Well, guess what? She smothered her and smashed her face in trigger warning 4 different ways and then threw her in the trash and got rid of her. Megan Boswell didn't think that they were ever going to find her baby's body. You know what Jenn said when they asked Jenn, well, what's your biggest fear? Or maybe she brought up my biggest fear. I think they asked her, what's your biggest fear? My biggest fear, I always told them, was Woody Allen, that they were going to fall in love together and run away. So there you go. If you guys are watching the Megan Boswell case and Teresa K, I thank you. My girl, Boots, thank you. Thank you for all you do. Maddie's anniversary is coming up, and we've got to do something special for that. $5 super chat. Thank you for all that you do. And yeah, holy crap, right? Megan Boswell interview, she also refers to her in the past tense, just like Leilani, guys. So take Megan Boswell, take Leilani, take Jennifer Soto, ask them what their biggest fear is, and find out if they talk about their children in the past tense. And what does it all come down to? They're guilty. They know what happened, and they're not just know what happened, they're involved, guys. Yeah, hashtag no more pub subs. Go on, go support Bree, buy her a coffee, and thank you guys for all the support tonight. I got lots of super chats, super stickers, all the above, and I promise you, my internet will not, it won't be slow. It's gonna be faster because it's as fast as it can be. And if you guys want me to talk fast, I will. All right, guys, love you. I'm gonna go get Reese. See you tomorrow.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty of crime?